Hello, everybody, and welcome into this edition of One Nation Weather. We've had a bunch of intense heat pushing its way across portions of the country through July. Will we see any improvements from that as we head into our August? I've got that full August weather outlook for us here in this One Nation Weather forecast for America. All right, here's a look at your 6 to 10-day temperature outlook. You can see for August 3rd through 7th, we're looking at the potential for a major heat wave to develop over portions of the south central part of the country. Temperatures in that zone will be as much as 15 to 25 degrees above average, so that does include the Arklatex, pushing all the way there into portions of Kansas as well as Missouri. We could see that intense heat wave. Here's what the key messages from the National Weather Service include. Dangerous heat will engulf much of the eastern half of the United States, with some locations in the northeast and mid-Atlantic expecting their hottest temperatures so far in 2023. We'll continue to see that peak as we go into next week, especially in the south central, where you can see those red colors indicating we could see 110 to 120 degree heat index values continuing in portions of Louisiana and Mississippi, as well as the Arklatex for an extended period of time. That also continues into portions of the upper Midwest, at least for a day or two more, but that will really end over the weekend. So it's really as we head August 1st through 5th when we'll see that heat wave intensify in the south central. Your 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook indicates showers and storms pushing from the west coast all the way on over to the east coast for you there, but with some dry spots in the north and south. Your 8 to 14-day temperature outlook, so this goes in towards the middle part of the month. Cooler air there continuing into portions of northern part of the country, with the west coast and especially the south continuing to see that heat. Now, your active zone in terms of storms will be coming out of portions of the central plains, pushing all the way down into the southeast coast, where we could see some additional rain totals of 2 to 4 inches as we go over the course of a couple weeks for us here, but with locally higher amounts in the thunderstorms that push their way through that area. The source of this, you can see what the arrows on your screen is pointing at there. That area of energy coming out of the Pacific jet stream there, really combining with that polar jet stream, is going to allow for storms to move their way through that area, which is why I'm thinking there's going to be an increased chance for some severe weather as we go through August 7th. That shouldn't say after, sorry, through August 7th for us there, from portions of Nebraska all the way eastward into portions of Illinois. That's where the best chance for that is going to be, but we'll also have the medium threat surrounding that, with a lower end chance all the way over to the east coast. Now, as we go August 7th through the 20th, this is after August 7th, of course. Now we're looking at that medium threat of severe weather, in my opinion, is going to go from portions of Montana and the panhandle of Texas and Oklahoma, coming off the Rockies there, pushing all the way on over towards the Ohio Valley. Now, your week 3 through 4 temperature outlook indicates that August 12th through 25th, our best chance for the heat is going to be in portions of the south, with equal chances of heat and cooler air there in the north central. Notice how we continue to see more of that precipitation pushing its way through portions of the plains as well as towards the east coast. So really, the trend for this month is going to be more showers and storms pushing from west to east. So here's my official August temperature forecast. You can see some of that heat, minor to moderate amounts of it getting going there into portions of the Pacific Northwest compared to average. A little bit of a blip where I think temperatures will be closer to average there into portions of southern Arizona, where we'll see monsoon kicking up a little bit. We'll also see that back into portions of California, but our most intense heat is definitely going to be sitting down there into portions of Oklahoma, stretching on over into the southeast, with a little bit along the east coast as well. Your precipitation forecast, nothing past the minor to moderate levels, but nonetheless, I think our best chance for the flooding and the heavy rainfall is going to come out of portions of Wyoming and push on over into Missouri. Then we also have the slight chance of some drier conditions there in the monsoon area, the Four Corners region. It does look like it'll be a little bit drier there nonetheless, pushing over into Texas. By the way, before I give you a look at the tropical outlook, I did want to point out I have a new channel, ONW Beyond. I want you to go ahead and head on over and subscribe to that if you're interested in some extra weather information there. Now, your tropical storm certainty as we head into our August. Notice where I think the best concentration of storms is going to come out of the main development region in the Atlantic, but I think it's really going to curl off towards Bermuda and then off towards the northeast, like we can tend to see as cold fronts push this away. This is a common trend, especially with El Nino pushing its way on through. And then you can see up right along the east coast and into portions of the Gulf Coast, I would watch out for at least a couple storms to hit, but it's just not really looking like necessarily a major situation there. So in terms of looking right at that final forecast, warm and showery into portions of the Pacific Northwest, that's going to be the trend there, a little bit warmer than average and a little bit wetter than average. I think we're going to be near average there into portions of right along the southwest coast there into portions of California, Nevada. Look at that, hot and dry. Yeah, intense heat, 100-degree digits continuing into portions of Texas, Oklahoma, surrounding areas there, along with the drier conditions. Warm to hot, and depending on where you are in that red area. If you're in the south central part of that, you're definitely going to be hot. Warmer than average is why I've got the red for you there as you push into, say, places like Utah and Colorado. The best chance for severe and flooding is going to come out of the north central plains and then push on over towards the south and east there into the Tennessee Valley as well. Cool downs are going to be the most prominent there into portions of the north central part of the country, though I don't think that's going to make it cooler than average over the entire month. Storms are going to be prominent there into portions of the East Coast. That's not uncommon. And then, of course, where you see that orange line there along the East Coast, I would watch out for the slight tropical threat that will be imminent there as we head, especially, I think, mid to late part of the month. So let's continue looking at this with your August forecast recap. Extreme heat until further notice. Millions of Americans will face heat index values of at least 100, with this trend expected to continue through August in the south. Tame areas will be in the west coast and the north, while brief severe weather or rainy times may impact these areas. Slight cooldowns and warm-ups will be the overall trend. It's looking the worst for the south, central, and the plains, where the severe weather and flooding and heat will dominate. Tropical worries aren't too bad, but I would definitely watch the east coast, especially for maybe a couple of landfalls this month or close calls, to say the least. So that is something, that's everything we're watching this month. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm glad you tuned on in. Here are the credits, and by the way, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel and my other one.